Hello everyone, I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and today I am going to the Kentucky Derby Museum. This is my second time ever at the museum, my third time here on the campus of Churchill Downs, the legendary home of the Kentucky Derby, probably the most famous horse racing course in the world, I would presume. Not my first time at the museum, but my first time doing a vlog for it. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour and a review of the museum. You'll get a little bit of an insight to what it's like on Derby Day from the museum. I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. I'm going to go check out the museum. I will check back with you in a little bit.
we only need that deadly dream on the outside is fully charged. Here we have it. A fully charged explosive that stands under Secretariat right alongside. Everybody's in line and they're off. Looks like the unit goes to Mike Allen. Just Mike Allen going.
Program were courtesy of ESPN, TVG, and Santa Anita Park.
Hello everyone, I am back here at the hotel. This is an excellent museum about the two most exciting minutes in sport, the Kentucky Derby. Just an incredible museum if you ask me. I think that this museum does a great job of catering to a wide variety of people. If on one end of the spectrum, you've got people who are just diehard racing fans and they know everything there is to know about the Kentucky Derby, they're still going to find something out of this museum because there is so much detail. And even on the second floor, there are things that I feel that the average racing fan may not know about or may be able to learn new things by experiencing this exhibit. On the other end of the spectrum, if you are somebody who knows literally nothing about the Kentucky Derby, as long as you come in with a little bit of an open mind and you just want to get to learn about what horse racing is all about, this is a great museum for you as well. There were people who were on the tour that I was on that were asking questions that I knew the answers to, and I don't even really know all that much about horse racing, but questions about how many times is a horse allowed to race in the Kentucky Derby? How do they pick where the horses start the race? Simple questions like that showed that people were just interested in learning about the race. Whether you come in with no knowledge or lots of knowledge, I think this museum is great either way. The first floor contains the viewing area for The Greatest Race, which is a show that I didn't take any video of. I don't know if I would have been allowed to or not, but out of respect for them, I didn't want to be taking video of that. I just want you to take my word that this is a great introductory movie to the museum. It's one of the most unique movies that I've really seen because it's on an oval-shaped screen. So you've got these tilting chairs, kind of like the one I'm in right now, and so you can literally swivel around as needed to be able to see where the action is because it does change between various parts of the oval. This museum just covers every little thing that you might have a question about when it comes to the Kentucky Derby. They have exhibits on how betting works. They have exhibits on the traditions surrounding the Derby. They even have an exhibit surrounding fashion for the Derby. They have an entire exhibit dedicated to Secretariat. There's just a lot of really cool stuff to see here. There are a bunch of different add-ons that you can do, but I just did the basic admission to the museum. Basic admission does include a brief little walk over to Churchill Downs and into the concourse and over to the track. I didn't get to do that last time I was there. I got to do it, and it was so cool getting to see the inside of Churchill Downs. I had been to the Kentucky Derby one time, but I was in the infield, so I didn't get to see the rich people part on the concourse, you know. So getting to check that out was really, really cool. We had a really great tour guide who helped answer some questions and gave us some history of the race and Churchill Downs. I would definitely recommend trying to make sure that you do that tour, since it comes with admission to the museum if you ever find yourself at the Kentucky Derby Museum. That's just a little bit about the museum. I could talk at length about a lot of other things, but I just want this to be a basic introductory guide to the museum. This is a great place to learn about horse racing. It's a great place to learn about how passionate Kentuckians are about the Kentucky Derby and horse racing. It's very evident that horse racing is a way of life down here. So I'm very glad that I got to check out the museum and step into their world for a little bit. I did get a couple of pins at this museum. I got one pin which was discounted because the race has already happened, which is nice. I've got a pin with the 151 logo for the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby, which Sovereignty won this year. I also got a pin that says Kentucky Derby Museum, which is really cool because I've gotten some Derby pins here before, but I never had a museum one. So that's cool that I have a pin just to commemorate the experience that I had. Thank you so much for having me, Louisville. I had a great time. This was a really cool experience. I truly would recommend going to this museum if you find yourself in Louisville. Great place to learn, great place to be excited by some horse racing. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and I'll see you next time.